So you live in Severna Park and you're trying to find a great dog trainer? Well, you've come to the right spot. We're going to break down everything you need to think about so you can feel really confident in your choice for both you and your dog. Severna Park is such a wonderful community, right? You've got these lovely, quiet neighborhoods, beautiful trails, awesome parks, and really, for your dog to be a part of all that, to be a good neighbor and enjoy everything with you, training is it's the key. Okay, so let's get specific. What does a well-behaved dog in Severna Park actually look like? I mean, what are the situations you and your pup are going to face day to day?
Okay, picture this. You're on the B&A trail, and a jogger or a cyclist goes right by. Does your dog stay calm? Or how about when you run into a neighbor? Can your dog greet them without jumping up? And oh man, what about when a deer decides to visit your backyard? It's about handling those real-life moments and yeah, even having good manners if you're at an outdoor cafe. These are the skills that make life here just so much easier and more fun for you, your dog, and everyone else.
All right, so where do you even start? Well, before you pick a trainer, it's a really good idea to get a handle on the different training methods and the types of programs out there. Okay, the main thing you're going to hear about, and for good reason, is positive reinforcement. This is really the modern, humane way to go. The idea is simple. You reward the good stuff. When your dog does something you like, they get a treat, praise, or a toy. It makes them want to do it again. It's effective, it's kind, and honestly, it builds an amazing bond with your dog. Now, on the flip side of that, and this is a big one, you want to stay far, far away from any trainer who uses fear, intimidation, or physical punishment. Those old school methods can seriously backfire, making problems even worse and breaking that trust you have with your dog. So that leads to the big question: should you do group classes or private lessons? Group classes are awesome for learning around other dogs. That's built-in distraction practice. Plus, they're often a bit easier on the wallet. But private lessons give you that focused, one-on-one time. They're perfect for stuff that happens at home, like the nonstop barking or that classic countersurfing. All right, let's talk about the practical stuff: credentials and money. It's good to know what makes a trainer a pro and what you should expect to budget for all this. You might see a bunch of letters after a trainer's name, and they can look kind of confusing, but they do mean something. A couple to keep an eye out for are CPDTK. That's a solid certification for general training and behavior stuff. Now, if you're dealing with bigger challenges, like a lot of fear or reactivity, you might look for a CDBC. That's a certified dog behavior consultant, and they have more specialized experience with those tougher cases. So, what's the cost look like in the Severna Park area? Well, a typical 6-week group class is going to run you somewhere between $175 and $320. For a single private lesson, you're looking at about $100 to $180. And a lot of trainers will offer packages of lessons, which can definitely save you some money in the long run. Okay, you've done your research, you've got a budget, now it's time to actually talk to some trainers. So what should you ask? Think of this as your little cheat sheet for that first conversation. So here are 5 things you absolutely want to ask about. 1, their philosophy. Ask them to explain how they use positive reinforcement. 2, their credentials and ongoing education. You want to know they're staying current. 3, ask how they'll create a plan specifically for your dog and your lifestyle. 4, how do they track progress? And finally, number 5, what's my homework? Because let's be real, a lot of the work happens between sessions and you're a huge part of the team. Okay, so training is a huge piece of the puzzle. But being a responsible dog owner here also means knowing the local rules of the road, so to speak. Let's quickly cover a few need-to-knows for Anne Arundel County. Here's a number to burn into your memory: 6. 6 feet. That's the longest your leash can be when you're off your property in Anne Arundel County. It's a simple rule, but it's all about safety for everyone. Just a couple of other county rules to keep in mind. Your dog has to be vaccinated for rabies after 4 months old and wear that tag. Also, believe it or not, nonstop barking can actually be a noise violation. That's another area where good training can really save the day. All right, so you're learning all this new stuff. Where can you go practice? Well, the B&A Trail is fantastic for working on focus around all those joggers and bikes. Kinderfarm Park is amazing if you need some open space to practice recall with a long leash. And hey, if you feel like a quick trip to Annapolis, Quiet Waters Park is great for training with all the distractions near the water. And at the end of the day, this is what it's all about. It's not just about having a dog that obeys. It's about having a confident, happy dog who can be your partner in crime, enjoying everything that's great about living in Severna Park right there with you. So I gotta ask, What's that first thing you're looking forward to doing with your dog? Is it that relaxing walk on the trail? Or maybe just having friends over without any chaos? Putting in the effort now really opens up so many doors. Good luck with your search, and I hope you and your dog have some amazing adventures ahead.